Hi, I'm Claudine, and welcome to Breakthrough. This is a short 20-minute practice to get your body moving and warm in preparation for a yoga nidra. And what you'll need for the practice is your mat, of course, and 2 blocks. I'll see you right back here. Welcome back to your mat. We'll begin the practice seated on the ground in Vajrasana with your legs folded behind you. If this position isn't comfortable for your knees for any reason, then you can change your position altogether to sit comfortably or take a block underneath you, right in between the legs, to elevate your seat. We'll begin with a few wrist rolls. So simply bring the palms together and then turn the palms in towards you. Roll them away. If you hear any little pops or clicks, consider that a good thing. You're moving some of the synovial fluid in the joints just to lubricate and wake up the hands and the wrists, and circle the other way. And keep the backs of the hands pressing into each other. And then go ahead and interlace your fingers, extend the palms forward, and stretch the palms up into the air. And try to turn the entire heel of the hand towards the ceiling. The pinky finger reaches up. And start to feel a stretch through the palms of the hands, down the arms, across the chest. Elongate the spine, feel the ribs draw in and the spine lengthen up just a little bit more. Full breath in here. Big clearing breath out. And keep extending up through the arms, but again, reach them forwards. And take a breath in. And as you breathe out, tip the heart up, stretch the palms towards the sky. Inhale, round the back slightly. And exhale, lift the chest, stretch through the arms. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, rounding as much as you can. Exhale, let the ribs open and flare. And one more time, breathing in. The arms, the shoulders should feel a little warm now. Breathe out. And then release the hands and relax them down by your side. Nice. Roll the shoulders back, stretch the arms up, inhale. And as you exhale, you can take the weight forward into the hands. Come off the block if you're sitting on top of it. And just move it to the side. And set yourself up in your tabletop position on your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under if you want a little more support or stability. Then a few rounds of cat-cow. Arch the back, breathe in. Round the spine, breathe out. Nice, strong breath in and a clearing breath out. Just one more time. Any movements in between the cat and cow that you want to add in, feel free, little side curves or sways. The next breath, we'll tuck the toes under and reach back into your first down dog. And I always like to give lots of permission in down dog, just depending on where your flexibility is day to day. The hamstrings might feel a little tighter, the calves, or even around the ankles, the feet. Just move in any way that allows you to feel good here. Good. And grounding down through the left foot, bring it in towards the midline of the body just a bit more. Reach the right leg long. Inhale it back. And as you exhale, bend the knee up towards the ceiling, but keep pressing down evenly through both hands. On the next inhale, lift the knee up just a tiny bit higher. And then exhale, curl the right knee in towards the chest and step your right foot forwards. If you need to use your right hand or your left hand or whatever you need to bring the foot forward, just let that be okay. The fingertips on the ground, pulse the hips forward, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, straighten the right leg. This might be the first time that you want to use your blocks here. I'll do that a couple more times. So if the hamstrings are tight, you can take your hands underneath the blocks. Lift the chest, take a breath in, and then extend your front leg as you breathe out. Just one more time, breathing in, keeping the back leg straight. And exhale, reaching the chest forwards. Bend the front knee, and move the blocks to the side, and step back, down dog. It's nice and easy to get started. One more time on the other side. Bring the right foot into the midline. Stretch the left leg back, and then bend the knee up towards the ceiling. On the inhale, reach it skywards. On the exhale, round it inwards. And step the left foot through just as smoothly as you can. Hands to the blocks if you need a little added lift. Sink the hips forward. Stretch the chest, breathe in. And breathe out, extend. Inhale. And draw the collarbones apart, lift up through the sternum. And exhale, reaching back. A little added for the hamstrings. Can pull the left toes up. And feel like the heel is dragging towards you. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in, bend the front knee, ground down through the hands, and step it back, down dog. Okay, bend your knees, look forward, and you can take a little step, big hop, or a little float to the front of your mat. We're just getting started, so you choose what allows you to feel grounded. Lift the chest, take a breath in, and fold as you breathe out. Arms rise overhead, inhale. Exhale, bring the hands to the center of the chest. It's that moment to ground in Samastitihi. And we'll take a couple cycles through sun salutation just to build a bit of momentum and movement in the body. Grounding down through the feet, stretch the arms skyward, inhale. And the exhale, turn the palms away from you, lead with the chest as you fold forward and down. A half lift, you can rest your hands on your shins or even on the blocks just to keep the spine elongated. Then exhale, fold forward and down. Palms to the floor, step the right and the left foot back into a high plank. Breath in here. As you exhale, shift the weight forward into the fingertips, push the floor away, and your choice, either knees touch down or in one straight line, lower down towards your belly. I'm modifying, but you lower your hips all the way down to the floor. Phew, and come into a cobra pose. The elbows draw in, the shoulders draw back, and the collarbones are broad. You can push off the knees or just off the toes to take it all the way back to down dog. Full breath in here. Hug the arms in, full breath out. Bend your knees, gaze forward. And again, a light step or hop to the front of your mat. Stretch the chest forward, draw the belly in. And exhale, fold over your thighs. Inhale, rise the arms all the way overhead. And then exhale straight back down to the ground. The palms reach away as you lead with the chest. Inhale, stretch the spine forward. Exhale, palms are flat to the floor. Step the left and then the right foot back. And with control, shift forward, lower down to the ground. And then you can choose a cobra pose or upward facing dog, simply untucking the toes, sinking the hips, and reaching the chest forward. And doing a hair toss, if that feels good to you. Reverse out of that, push the ground away, and take it back to downward facing dog. Okay, moving right along. Full breath in here, and a big breath out. Now, guiding you through a short flow to warm up the full body. Inhale the right leg skywards. Exhale, bend the knee again, open the hip. On the inhale, curl the right knee forwards, round the upper back, push the ground away, and then draw the right knee over towards the left elbow. You'll stretch the leg out long, turning to the pinky toe edge of the foot, grounding down to the big toe side of the left foot, and then reach the left arm straight up into the air. Fall in triangle. Ground down through the right hand, reach up. If it feels good, take the left arm overhead. Oh, it usually does. Big breath in here. Full breath out, guides the left hand back down to the floor. And curl the right knee in towards the chest. And then returning over to the left side. And pressing down firmly through the left side, the right knee pulls in and up. And then ever so lightly, tap the right toes down to the ground. And puff the chest and the hips and the thighs up towards the sky as the right arm reaches overhead. Gaze back if it feels good for your neck. Keep the breath flowing. Look forward towards the front of your mat. The right knee will pull in towards the chest again. Maybe the right hand touches down to the floor to help you, and maybe not. Slow motion, step the right foot to the front of your space. And pause here just for a moment. You might want to grab the block and set it up just in front of the right foot. Now place the left foot down to the floor and then rise up for a moment into a reverse warrior. Strong through the legs, the feet are pulling in. Left arm slides back as the right arm reaches overhead. Enjoy, full breath. Then reaching the right hand forward, shifting into a little balance, half moon pose. And this is where your block might come in handy, and the tallest setting may help you the most. Take the left hand to the hip, and then shift forwards. You want to find a distance where you can just rest the hand right underneath the shoulder as the left leg lifts high. And give yourself a few moments to just feel the wobbles and find your balance. And know wherever you are is just exactly where you need to be. So no pressure, no judgment. Maybe that left arm lifts high. Maybe it just stays on the hip. Long breath in. On the exhale, turn the hips towards the ground, and both hands will find the floor. Again, your blocks might come in handy here. And take the second one, square the hips off. Left toes are facing to the ground. Lift the chest, take an inhale. And as you exhale, fold over your front thigh. Let the head drop down. You may be able to walk your blocks or your hands in closer to your standing foot. But again, wherever you are, just be there fully. No pressure or obligation to be anywhere else, just right here and now. Breathe in. And on the breath out, bend your right knee, tap your left toes to the back of the mat. And touch the knee to the floor, reach the right arm skyward. Inhale. And then exhale, touch the hands down to the ground. Shift the blocks to your side and step it on back. Down dog. Walk out the legs, nice and easy. And wave the chest forward, take a breath in. And then exhale, lower in your fashion, your preference. Knees touch first or the toes. And then curling the chest open. Pushing the ground away, keeping strong through your center, using the legs to help lift you back. Okay, let's do the second side. Bring the right foot to the center line of the body as the left leg reaches high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Curl the knee in towards the chest. Fall in triangle, second side. Pull the knee in towards the right elbow. Then stretch the left leg long. Tap the toes down towards the shoulder, towards the upper part of your mat as the right arm peels skywards. And enjoy. Reach the top arm overhead, full breath. Placing the right hand down to the floor, look forwards. Curl the left knee in towards the chest. Then again, with control, shift over to the right side. Left knee reaches high, very lightly tap the toes down to the ground, keep the heel elevated, and then reach the hips, the thighs, the heart overhead. And just keep the breath flowing smooth and steady. Gaze forward down towards the ground. Left hand is reaching, extending forward, and with all the control you can muster, step the left foot to the front of the mat. And place the left hand down for support. Set up your block here again, just in front of the left foot, about 6 inches roughly. And turn the right foot down to the ground, setting up for reverse warrior. The strength of the legs to rise up. Left arm reaches forward, and the right hand might touch on your leg or extend forwards. And filling up as you breathe in. And look forward and take that slow, controlled leap into your half moon. And fixing your gaze on one point helps tremendously for balance. If you lose it, you lose it. And it's all good. That's life, right? It is not picture perfect. We all fall over. But the beauty is we all have the choice to get back up again. Take the right hand down to the ground with control. Find your block if that was helpful for you. And then square the hips. Make sure the left toes are facing forward, right toes are facing down. Inhale, elongate the spine. Exhale, fold over your front thigh. And again, if flexibility allows you to, you can walk the hands or the blocks in closer to your left foot. Breathe and feel all the feels, all the sensation through the legs. And with lightness and control, I'll lift the chest again, bend the left knee, and tap the right toes to the back of the mat. You can tap the right knee to the floor if you wish to. Reach the left arm skyward. Just a simple twist. Open the chest. And tap the left hand down to the ground. Shift the blocks to the side. Place your hands to the floor. Downward dog. Clear out the breath. Let go of anything you're holding on to, or just really clear away the last few moments and be right here and now. Rise the right leg high, bend the knee, and then curl it in towards the chest, pushing the ground away to step forward with as much control as possible. Lift up onto the fingertips, stretch the chest forward, then pick up the left foot just slightly, step it forwards, and turn it in like you would for a warrior one or a triangle pose. That's where we're heading, into a revolved triangle pose. So the block will come in handy. A few variations for you. You can either place the block on the inside of the right foot or on the outside. The outside is a deeper twist, so you choose what will serve you. I'd recommend starting on the inside. Left hand comes onto the block, highest setting as a suggestion. Right hand to the lower back to the sacrum. Inhale, elongate the spine, and as you exhale, you start to rotate. Without a particular goal in mind or a particular depth that you need to reach, focus more on stretching the chest forwards and then revolving the spine. Now the inhale, you get a little bit longer, reaching through the crown of the head, and the exhale, you keep rotating slowly, slowly, slowly. And feel the right hip pulling back in space, and the left hip reaching forwards. You might stay here with the hand on the hip. I like this as an option, as I can feel that the hips are even, or working towards even. But if you feel super confident that that's happening, the right hand might reach to the sky. The twisting postures are phenomenal for clearing out. One more breath. On the exhale, the next exhale, reverse out of that. Right hand down to the block. And rising up with the left hand, come all the way up to your feet. And shift the block to the side for a memento. And then come into a goddess pose, also known as sumo squat, but right now it feels more goddessy. So the toes turned out, the knees over the ankles. And keeping the hips low and the spine tall, reach the arms skyward, breathe in. Make fist with your hands, and as you breathe out, let it out through the mouth. Do that again, reach the arms up, inhale. Fist with the hands, elbows down towards the ribs, breathe out. A few more times, inhale. And exhale. And this is known as hara breathing, a little clearing breath to clear away any stagnant thoughts or energy that enables you or that blocks you from showing up fully. One more time, reach up and clear out. Take the arms up, inhale. Straighten your legs and do a little turn over to the right side. Nice and easy, you'll just switch over to the left. So step the right foot back into down dog, left leg rises up. Inhale, bend the knee, open the hip, exhale. Fill the lungs and curl the knee in towards the chest, step through to the front of the mat. On the fingertips, the right foot picks up and repositions. And your block again becomes your ally on the inside of the left foot or outside, your preference. Right hand is on the block. Left hand is on the sacrum. Stretch and elongate. That's your priority. Secondary priority is to rotate. Now feel the full extension through the spine, and use the exhale to spiral, slow and steady. It doesn't matter how deep we twist. What matters more is that you're aware of all the subtleties happening. The feet are strong, the legs are grounded, the hips are reaching towards square, the spine is extending, and then last detail, maybe left hand reaches up. Enjoy one more breath. And place the left hand down towards the ground and spiraling up with the right. We'll reach into our goddess pose again. I'm just going to turn forwards so you don't get my backside. And once more, goddess pose. Get low in the hips. Reach the arms up, inhale. Second opportunity, give it a little more sound. Exhale. Ha. And if you're familiar with lion's pose, you can let the tongue stick out. Clear way. Make the eyes really wide. Try 3 more. For 2. Hopefully you're in your own space. So you can be as loud as you want to. Straighten the legs. Turn the toes to the front of the mat. Reach the arms overhead. Then glide the chest forward and down. And step back. Down dog. Lift high up on the heels and lower your knees down to the ground. Sit back again, similar to where we began, same place where we started. We are shifting gears, friends, into our relaxation portion of the practice. So you can move the blocks out of the way, and I invite you now to lie down on your back, to find a position that is super comfortable for you. If you're brand new to Yoga Nidra, just think of it as a guided Shavasana. Lie down on your back and notice if there's anything you can do to be even more comfortable than you are right now. And scan the body for any areas of tension that you may be holding on to. And if you also wish to be even more comfortable, you may choose to take the blocks underneath your knees, just as an invitation. And come back to your breath. Notice the expansion of the inhale, feeling the entire body fill, and this gentle contraction as you exhale. And take another slow breath in, filling up, feeling the body rise. And feeling the body gently fall inwards as you breathe out. Again, inhale, fill the lungs. And exhale, release. Now one more time, a long breath in. Good, and a smooth, easy breath out. And with your eyes closed, just take your attention to the eyes itself. And feel the eyelids heavy around the eyeballs. And feel as if the eyes can sink more deeply into the sockets. And take your attention to the tip of your nose. And notice the flow of air moving in and out through the nostrils. And let your attention travel towards the throat. And feeling a very subtle rise and fall around the throat itself. And knowing that if you drift right now or you aren't able to follow along, just let it be. I'll continue to scan through the body, just bringing a momentary pause of attention to different parts. So let your attention drift down towards the heart space, the center of the chest. Again, feeling the subtle rise and fall. And let your attention draw down the right arm out to the palm of the hand, the fingers, tips of the fingers. And draw your attention across to the left side, to the tips of the fingers, up the palm of the hand, up the arm, and back towards the heart space. And continue down your body and towards the belly, and feeling the rise and fall. And feeling this subtle wave of the breath moving through you. It's like the constant tides of the ocean, this ebb and flow. An effortless action that takes place in your body every single moment, every single day. Draw your attention down to the hips and feel them heavy on the ground. And feel the thighs, the bones of the legs getting heavier on the ground. The knees, the lower legs, the heels, tops of the feet, soles of the feet. The entire body becoming heavy. And simultaneously there's a lightness in the breath that continues to lift you and ground you. And taking your attention back to the breath. Letting your attention bounce to any sounds around you as you begin to bring yourself back. The next exhale may be through the lips. And with gentleness and patience, start to enliven the fingers and the toes, little movements. And gradually extend your arms out to the side and overhead, reaching from toe tip to fingertip. And draw the knees into the chest, giving yourself a well-deserved squeeze. And roll gently over to your preferred side. And keeping the eyes shut. And the head heavy, use your hand to press yourself into a seat. And again, finding length in your spine, openness across the heart space. And just taking inventory of the sensations through the body, through the mind, the flow of the breath. Just relishing in this momentary gift you've given yourself to pause, to slow down, and to reset. To clear away any debris that prevents you from showing up fully. And sealing this time, reaching the arms overhead. Inhale. And touch the palms together and bring them down to your heart space. And just let the head drop down towards the heart in gratitude for your efforts and your dedication. And when you're ready, you can open the eyes and re-enter the world. And thank you so much for the honor and the time that we've spent together in this practice. Namaste.